Alright guys, so I'm just heading to the ranch this morning, but check out this fog that's been here for about, well, this will be the second day it's been here now, but check it out. Well, good morning guys. Welcome back to the Knuppe Ranch YouTube channel. So I just showed you that fog. I just got here and I pulled up to the house because I didn't see Dad out. Turned my pickup off and I opened my door and I heard the bobcat running. And I was like, huh, oh, there he is. I was like, man, I can't even see Dad. The fog is so thick. It's quite the deal. But anyways, today is Saturday. On Thursday, while I was at work, Dad and Grandpa got the cows in and weaned our heifer calves, because if you guys were watching our videos and you remember when we weaned our steer calves, there was a couple calves out across the creek that we couldn't get to come over and cross the ice to come to the side of the creek with everything else. So when we got them in, there was some steers left out there with the heifers and the cows. So we got the heifers in and weaned our heifers and got them steers that were in with the heifers out from them, so then we can we'll be able to sell them steers with our steers. So today's Saturday. On Tuesday we're going to be selling our steers, so 3 days from today our steers will be gone and we'll be selling them in Phillip. So yeah, we weaned our heifers, so once we get them steers gone, we'll probably just put the heifers down in that south feedlot where the steers are at right now. So yeah, but just kind of for my records, I guess, on the YouTube channel, we weaned our steers on Thursday, which was February 1st. So just so we can kind of compare that to next year. Last year we weaned our heifers, I think it was closer to March last year when we weaned our heifer calves. This year we kind of had some things messed up and like them steer calves with the heifers, and kind of had a little bit of a mess, but it wasn't too bad. So we just kind of had to wean things a little earlier and everything, but that's plumb fine. We didn't buy any calves this week because, or we didn't get any calves bought this week because there was no sales. The Black Hills stock show's going on, so there's no sales to buy nothing out here. So, but yeah, I guess with that we'll get into feeding these calves, and hopefully I can kind of show you guys this fog. It's pretty intense. So most of the cows in this middle pen we got rid of a week ago probably, I think it was, but there's still some stuff in here, some smaller calves and some cows that are in a little better shape. But our heifer calves are right here in this middle, or right next to this middle pen, the same place that we had our steer calves in when we first weaned our steer calves too. So we just like to have them in a tight pen that we know they can't crawl out of when we first wean them, because obviously they're wanting to go back to their moms and stuff like that. So one of the things you got to really make sure of when you're first wean them is you kind of got to just kind of walk slow through them and kind of let them get used to having you around so that they aren't super spooked off by you. So as you can see, they're pretty skittish because they're not 100% used to us being right close to them yet. See, they're kind of walking away and I'm 20 yards from them, but I'm just walking real slow. If you guys remember from a couple videos ago, this is that water tank that had like 10 inches of ice in it, and it's all gone. So it's kind of a known rule or I don't know if you'd even call it a rule. I don't really know what you'd call it, I guess. A superstition, maybe. It's kind of a known rule, superstition, whatever you want to call it, in the agriculture community that when a thick fog sets in, 90 days after that thick fog, you're supposed to have moisture. So we'll see if it's true come the end of April, beginning of May. If we're getting a bunch of moisture, then we know why, because we had a really thick fog right at the beginning of February. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I don't know how many of you guys know those weird little kind of things like that. I'm guessing those arised back before there was weathermen on the news every morning telling you when it was going to rain or not. So but I just thought I'd kind of share some useless knowledge, or maybe a fun fact that you can drop on somebody. But anyway, I just started the waters in both pens. I'm gonna get some grain now because I'm kind of behind. You guys got in the way there a little bit. Okay, so the feedlots are fed and grained. I think Dad's going to grab a bale to put in for the heifers, because we'll probably leave them in there. I wonder if we won't leave them in there probably until we sell our steer calves, so another 3 days. So for right now, we're just feeding them hay in a hay feeder in that pen there, so that well, obviously they gotta have something to eat, but we want them in that pen until they kind of settle down and stop bellowing for their moms, so we know that they're not gonna crawl out. I know I mentioned this before when we weaned our steer calves, is our feedlots are just made up of wood posts and like railroad ties and cable. So we just strung cable for the perimeter fence. So it's not super tight. If a calf really wants to get out, they can. So that's why we want to make sure these calves are pretty content being away from their moms, content being around us, content being fed every morning and stuff like that. Kind of get them a little tame and a little more docile before we put them down into a feedlot. So right now we got them in a metal corral so they can't crawl out. So yeah, but oh, I was gonna say something and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, so it's February 3rd today, or maybe I had already mentioned that previously in this video, but it's February 3rd and Saturday. So it's supposed to, it was foggy all day, like super thick fog like this. It was foggy all day yesterday. It was foggy this morning right now, but it's supposed to start raining at some point today, and it's supposed to rain all day today, all night, and all day tomorrow, which is crazy for February. That's, I mean, it's amazing, but I think it's just gonna be a slow drizzle all day, because I think all day today we're only supposed to get like a 1/4 inch of rain. But still, any moisture that we get, we will take. So we're fairly excited for the rain. We'd honestly rather have warm weathers and rain than cold weather and snow. So it's 42 degrees and it's gonna rain today. It feels like spring. It's awesome around here, so spirits are pretty high. But so yeah, I think I'll probably just go walk over here, check this water, and then I think Dad's gonna bring a bale down for these calves. Actually, they got a lot of bale left. Maybe he won't. Maybe I'll just go check that water. So it looks like Dad's got a couple cows in here with our heifer calves. So the reason he's got a couple cows in there with the heifer calves is just to kind of keep them a little more content. If them cows are around, them cows are just fine being in here. They don't want to crawl out or nothing. They're fine with getting wined and dined in the corrals. So they're pretty content being in here. So if them calves follow the cows, they'll stay pretty content in these pens also. So we got our heifer calves weaned, so there's no calves out with the cows. So we'll have, it's beginning of February now, so February, March, April. The cows will have 3 months of being by themselves to kind of hang out and, oh, what's the word for it? To kind of gain some strength back, or I don't know, put on some weight and kind of get their bodies ready to have calves, because we'll start calving the end of April and the beginning of May, right around in there. So so yeah, the cows are off doing their own thing right now, which is good. We're still feeding them obviously and stuff like that. So So we have this old frame for a pig pen that we had kind of when we first started raising pigs. We used it. So what I think I'm going to do with this, we have a shelter too. So I think I'm going to weld the shelter onto the end of it so that the pigs have shelter. Then I'm going to take these old posts that we have and I'm going to weld them to the four corners and probably in the middles too, so that I can just take hog panel and wire it to it when I'm using the frame, and then figure out a way that I can put the frame, like the actual pen and the shelter, like put it on skids or something somehow, just to make it easy to pull along, so I could like move them once a day, or you know, give them fresh grass and move them like that. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to do that, and then maybe somehow I'm gonna figure out a way to do like a water tank or a feeder welded to the frame somehow, to do so that it moves with it, so I don't have to take it out each time when I move it. All I got to do is just hook up to it and pull them along. So yeah, I got a lot of thinking to do, but anyway, the first thing I'm going to start with is probably just welding these posts to it, and I'm probably going to cut off them old posts and just use these ones probably. So yeah, we're going to get started with that. So I went ahead and cut all these posts off at the same length because they're just old junk posts that we tore out of fences and stuff. So we're not going to use them to put back in a fence line because we don't like that kind of post, and we don't use that kind of post anymore. So I just cut them off at the same length so that they look uniform and it doesn't look like I just threw this thing together. I guess the only reason I did it. But these kind of posts, I use these kind of posts because I could cut all these clips off and then there'd be a bunch of holes. So I'll have a bunch of different holes already in the posts that I can run wire through and wire my hog panel straight to the post, so it'll be easier to wire, and I'll have more options on where to wire. So that's why I wanted to use those posts instead of just regular old junk posts. So now I think I'm going to start welding them into place, and I don't know if it really matters or not, but I think I'm going to weld them with these things facing out so that it's just smooth on the inside in case the hogs get to rubbing on it. I don't know if it'd cause them any harm, but they like to rub on stuff, so I doubt it would cause them any harm. But I'm just going to do it anyway like that, because it doesn't really matter for me as far as wiring up them panels. They can be either way. The holes go all the way through, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I think I'm going to start welding these into place. I'm just kind of taking my time and kind of thinking it through and figuring out where eventually I would want to put like a mobile water thing with it, and a mobile feeder trough with it, and how I'm going to attach the shed to the end, and how I'm going to make it slide nice, and how I'm going to move it eventually and stuff. So just kind of trying to think it through and make sure that I don't got to come back and cut all this stuff off. And I might just tack them all in place for now, and then I'll have Dad give me his 2 cents and see what he thinks about it. See if what I'm doing is dumb or if it sounds like a good idea or not. So but anyway, I'm going to get to tacking these posts in place where I want them, or where I think I want them anyway, and see what it looks like. So this is the progress I've got so far, but now I'm kind of at the point where I got to figure out how I'm gonna attach the shed to that end, because I planned on attaching the shed to that end. So I got to figure out how I'm gonna attach the shed to that end. But this side is pretty much ready for like hog panel or whatever. So, but now I think I'm at the point where it's time to ask Dad what he thinks. Do I need to add more posts, or if it's probably fine? I think it looks pretty good anyway. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna go eat some lunch. All right, so I got a little work done on that pig pen this afternoon, but not a whole lot anyway. But I think I'm gonna work on it tomorrow. So Dad and I just kind of brainstormed some ideas this afternoon, trying to figure out ways of how we could do the mobile feed unit and mobile water unit, or how we could attach it to that thing, and how we're going to do that and still be able to move it easy enough. So there's a lot of things we kind of got to work out and figure out how we're going to do it so that it works all right. But I think we're going to work on it tomorrow, kind of figure some stuff out. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so it'll be a good day to be in the shop working on that after chores in the morning and stuff like that. But so yeah, I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow, which will be in the next video for you guys. But yeah, so I think that's just about gonna do it for this video anyway. So if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. Love hearing your comments. Love hearing if you have any advice for the pig thing, or if you got any ideas on how I should what I should add to the pig thing or anything like that, let me know. So but anyway, I guess with that, that's just about gonna do it for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one.